Hello, PokeMoshPit. This is ArmedFro here. I have an OU standard match versus legendary Ferrothorn. As you see, my team is more offensive than defensive. I do have a defensive Celebi, and my Mew is mostly defensive. But his team, I didn't even know Genesis was legal at this point, and some of his abilities are kind of questionable. But you know what? Whatever. This is a very fun match, so let's get this thing started. I'm going to lead off with my Mew. I see the Genesect probably Scarfed. And so I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks right off the bat, just to see. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the U-turn. I could have seen the Bug Buzz because he got a special attack boost, but you know what? What goes for the U-turn? He actually switches out into his Heatran. Right when I see a Heatran come out, I usually see special defensive with Stealth Rocks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Taunt, just to hopefully it be that, but he actually outspeeds me, goes with Overheat. Luckily it misses, but that pretty much shows me that he is going to be Scarfed because I am max speed, so he'd have to be Scarfed to outspeed me. So I'm going to switch out into my Keldeo as he goes for the Overheat. It does about a little more than a third, which I'm perfectly fine with. Anyone on his team is not going to take a Hydro Pump pretty well. Well at all, but I see the Latios switch coming. I'm not 100%. My Hidden Power is Hidden Power Ice. I thought it was Hidden Power Grass or Electric, but so I decided to just go for the Hydro Pump. I looked after it is Hidden Power Ice, which kind of sucks because that could have been a dead Latios right there. But I'm going to switch into my Celebi to try to be able to take a Draco Meteor. I am max HP, but I am more defensive than special defensive, so I'm not going to take that very well at all. But I decide after the -2 special attack decrease, I think my Mew can take 2 more. Definitely after this special attack decrease from this Draco Meteor. So right here, I'm going to go for the U-turn, just because I know that a U-turn from this range will be able to kill it if he decides to try to take out my Mew. But he does a safe plan and goes into his Heatran. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, as I'm going to switch into my Keldeo. I always want to say Meloetta for some odd reason. They're the two unreleased guys, but I am going to I'm going to do a double switch into my Celebi just because I thought he would go for the Hidden Power, either Grass or Electric or Earth Power. I know I could take both, so I decided to go for the Leech Seed here. Just whoever he comes in, I just want some HP back, and I know after the Leech Seed recovery, I know I will be able to take another Earth Power if he decides to go for it. So I'm going to get recovery, then I'm going to get the Leech Seed recovery, and then I'm going to go for the T-Wave just to hopefully cripple this Heatran, just because he is Scarfed. If you T-Wave him, it's pretty much screwed. But he switches into his T-Tar, which, if you T-Wave a T-Tar, it's beautiful. Completely beautiful. But I was assuming this is a more defensive T-Tar anyway, so it didn't really matter all that much. But it's still good for me, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Leech Seed again. My only attacking move actually is Psychic, so I can't do jack to the T-Tar, but except for Leech Seed it. I decided, you know what, if he goes with the Pursuit, I was going to do it. But I missed his Sandslash coming in, and I'm like, you know what, it's probably going to set up Stealth Rocks on me, so I'm going to go for the Leech Seed as he X-scissors me, outspeeds me, and that completely took me by surprise. I'm like, you know what, he's banded. He's a Sand Force Sandslash. I didn't even know he had that ability, but I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump. I take that Earthquake pretty nicely, which pretty much shows he's actually Expert Belt instead of the banded, which I thought he was going to be. So he's going to switch into his Latios. I decided to stay in here just because I can't really do anything more. I could get one more attack off on something, and I know I just will not be able to do anything other than that. So I'm going to switch into my Landorus with the safe switch, and I'm going to go for that U-turn as he actually decided to switch into his T-Tar, which is a very good move just because it's pretty much useless because of his, because he's T-waved. So I'm going to go into my sub-Heracross. I can't bluff the Scarf anymore just because the Sandstorm, it takes away my HP, so I have to recover it with leftovers. So I'm going to go the sub on the switch. I don't know if he was predicting the close combat. If I was Scarfed or something other than that, I probably would have gone for the close combat if I was going for a more offensive move. So that was really weird. Maybe he was predicting the Swords Dance, but He's gonna take out my sub with the flamethrower, and I'm just gonna completely destroy it with close combat. So it's a dead Heatran, completely done with, and that makes me extremely happy. So here, he's actually to switch into his Latios again. His Latios is extremely weak, definitely after the Stealth Rocks hitting it and the Sandstorm coming up. So I'm going to switch into my Mew just as Death Fodder, just so I could get a safe switch into something. I do need the Heracross for the Terrakion, just because I know I could take pretty much anything that he dishes out against him. So I'm going to get crushed by this Spect Draco Meteor, and I'm going to go into my Landorus. Just go for the U-turn. I'm going to outspeed because I am Scarfed, so I'm going to go for the U-turn just to take out this Latios, and I'm going to switch to my Rotom Wash. I know he can take anything that Genesect can throw at him and go for the counter with the Hidden Power Fire, and as long as this Terrakion is not banded, I shouldn't get one-hit KO'd by him. I know I'm offensive, but Rotom Wash is extremely bulky, so I should be able to take a close combat. So he goes for the close combat. Sadly, it's banded, so I get crushed there. So that really sucks for me. It is now a 3-2 right now. He has T-Tar, Genesect, and this Terrakion. I do a really bad move, go for the sub. I thought he would go for the switch, just to protect my close combat or something like that, but sadly, I literally facepalmed right after I did that move. But you know what? Sandstorm's going to take me out, so all I have left is this Landorus. T-Tar and this Terrakion are no contest, just because I could go for the Earth Power. He has -2 special defense, so I'm actually able to take him out very easily. He actually switches to T-Tar, which is really weird, so I'm just going to finish him off with the Earth Power. It is Sheer Force Earth Power, so, and I have max special attack, so it's going to completely wreck this T-Tar. But the big thing is this Genesect. The Genesect is full HP, so it takes Stealth Rock damage, which is 12.5%. I did the damage calc. It does about 75 to 89%. So I actually get a crit here, but it might not have mattered because I did have a little bit of leeway on the max damage, but it was a very good game anyways. Legendary Ferrothorn. Hope you guys like this video. If you like it, check out my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay classy, guys.